So the X-T2's value to me comes down to its improvements over the X-T1. Because some may consider the X-T1, having a certain kind of magic to it. And I agree. Excuse me. That 16 megapixel sensor just had a certain look to it and a richness to it. I love the files that came out of it, and that I did enjoy. But ultimately, there were a few quirks about it. And when I think about it in 2023, does it hold up to other cameras? And I think it's probably slightly behind in a few ways. For one, the X-T1 only had one battery as an additional battery in the battery grip. So yes, you could have two batteries, and that's still quite a bit of power. But the X-T2 has two extra batteries in the battery grip. So you get two inside here versus the one in the X-T1. So now you have a total of three batteries. The X-T1, obviously, like I said, has 16 megapixels. The X-T2 has 24 megapixels. So that's an improvement, a significant amount of more megapixels to do some cropping if you need to, just that extra level of detail, flexibility. Another thing is the shutter speed was upgraded to 8,000 on the dial. So when you're doing portraits outdoors and you're shooting wide open, you have that as well as the electronic shutter. Oh, someone's calling me. So you have that as well as the electronic shutter to cover you for wide open scenarios. Another thing is a little annoyance, is not really crazy, but the ISO dial on the X-T1, you had to press in, and the shutter too, you had to press in to turn it, right? You had to press it in. Well, these have lockable and unlockable dials on the X-T2. So you could move them freely, like when you unlock it, move it freely. There's no hindrance there. Whereas the X-T1, you had to press in and turn it. So there was a little bit more fidgety in that way. So that was, another thing. So other than that, honestly, it's a great camera. They're both great cameras. But when I think about the significant upgrades to the X-T1 to the X-T2, if you're a photographer, just photography, even video is so much better on the X-T2 than the X-T1. But I think the video even got more improved in the X-T3 and the subsequent models. But, at least you have a good backup for another video camera that you could use 4K and get, very dedicated video functions on this and not be compromised. So I think, to me, if you're getting into Fuji for the first time, you want to dip your toe, and you are primarily photography centric, then I think the X-T2 gives you your bang for buck, because to me, what I like about this is that it's an enthusiast camera for me as well, but it can also be a professional camera. So for me, once I throw the battery grip on, I can use this with, heavier lenses. I've got more battery power. I got the portrait angle now, so I can use it in a portrait orientation, which I hardly ever do anyway. But I have flexibility to use it in so many different ways. It can be a hybrid camera. It can be a photography-centric camera. It can be, a pro camera for pro jobs. That's exactly what this is for me. It does all those things. So this is kind of like my workhorse. This is my work truck. And it can do everything pretty well. Even take me to just a personal situation and shoot it and fine. Like, I got this nice grip on it, that I bought from Etsy. I don't even think they make these anymore. It's a wood grip, gives you a little bit more body to it, and yeah, I just love it. I think it's kind of one of my favorite cameras. So yeah, so that's it. Just real quick and short, just to talk about my love for the X-T2. I think, like I said, if you're getting into it for the first time for Fuji, it's a great value. I think these are going for like maybe $500 to $600 on the used market. I mean, I think you should grab two of these, and if you're doing a pro job, get two of these in your kit, and you're good to go. All right. So that's all I got. So let me know your thoughts. Are you an X-T2 user? Are you a Fujifilm user? Do you used to have X-T2 and moved on? Let me know your thoughts. All right. Talk to you in the next one.